Meanwhile, in Jerusalem, Jesus and the disciples were celebrating a religious festival. It was also at this time that Satan entered Judas. Judas went to the religious leaders and said, "Look, I'd be willing to betray Jesus. I just need a little bit of money first." And so the deal was made, and Judas looked for the right opportunity. Now, Jesus and the disciples were sitting down to dinner, and as they entered the dining room, Jesus got down on his hands and his knees, and he washed the feet of all his disciples, one by one. And after this, he got up and said, "I am your teacher, but I've given this as an example to you of how you must love one another." He said, "Yet even tonight, I know one of you will betray me." Now all the disciples looked confused, and they said, "Lord, it couldn't be me. I would never do such a thing." Even Judas said this. And Jesus turned to him and he said, "You've said what you've said. Now please do what you've got to do." So Judas got up and he left. Now Jesus turned back to the table and he took the bread and the wine and he broke the bread in his hands and said, "This is my body, broken for you." He then also took the wine and poured it out and said that this is my blood, spilled for you for the forgiveness of sins. And he passed both of these things around, and the disciples ate and drank. After this, Jesus also gave them another commandment and said, "Love one another as I have loved you. For by doing this, everyone across the world will know that you are my disciples." And great, they finished the meal. And with that, and with songs in their heart, they returned to the mountains to pray.